We all know the NFL for its legends, its dynasties, its Super Bowl moments. But behind all that, there are these stories that are so strange, so out there, they sound completely fake. Today, we're digging up some of the wildest, most mind-blowing tales in the history of the league. You might think you know the game, but trust me, its past is a goldmine of weirdness that just defies logic. And we're going to start with a team name that sounds like something somebody made up as a joke, but it was very, very real. Yep, you heard me right. The Steagles. And no, that is not a typo. It sounds like a mythical bird, or maybe a really bad mascot idea, but for one very weird season, it was an actual team in the National Football League. And the story of the Steagles, believe it or not, is just the beginning. The early days of the league were full of bizarre rules and strange origins that you just wouldn't see today. Okay, so picture this. It's 1943. World War II is in full swing, and a ton of NFL players are overseas serving in the military. Teams were so short on players, they could barely even put a squad on the field. So, what was the solution? Well, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers decided to just merge. For one season, they became this brand new team, a true one-season wonder born out of pure necessity. It's just a wild piece of history. And the weirdness wasn't just about team names. Can you even imagine watching a brutal back-and-forth game for hours, only for the final whistle to blow and it's a tie? That's it? Before 1974, there was no overtime, no winner, just a collective, okay then. I mean, talk about anticlimactic. Luckily, the league figured out that, fans kind of like it when someone actually wins the game. Look at the NFL draft today. It's this huge primetime event, a total spectacle. But where did it start? Well, the very first draft in 1936 wasn't in some massive stadium. It was in a hotel meeting room with a few team owners and a chalkboard. No cameras, no cheering crowds, and they had absolutely no idea it would turn into the mega event it is now. And the story of that first draft gets even better. So the first player ever picked, a Heisman Trophy winner named Jay Berwanger, never played a single game in the NFL. Why? Because he and the team couldn't agree on his salary. So he just walked away and got a job in manufacturing. Can you imagine the number one pick today just being like, nah, I'm good, and going to get a regular job? No way. All right, so the league's history is weird, for sure. But it's got nothing on some of the records that have been set on the field. We're talking about numbers so insane, they barely seem real. Just look at that, 73-0. That's not a score from a video game, it's not a high school mismatch. That was the final score of the championship game. That's right, the 1940 NFL Championship. The Chicago Bears didn't just beat Washington, they absolutely annihilated them in a way nobody has ever seen since. It's still the most lopsided win in the history of the league, and it happened when everything was on the line. Just incredible. Speaking of incredible numbers, we have to talk about the legend, Brett Favre. The guy threw for an amazing 508 career touchdowns. That number alone gets you a ticket straight to the Hall of Fame. He was the definition of a gunslinger. But being a gunslinger means you take a lot of risks. And Favre also holds the all-time record for interceptions with a mind-boggling 336. That's what made him so exciting to watch, right? Every single play was an adventure for his team and the other team. And then there are records that just feel like they come from another planet. Jerry Rice didn't just set records, he completely destroyed them. Look at his numbers for receiving yards and touchdowns compared to a typical Hall of Famer. It's not even close. His stats are practically double what some of the all-time greats put up. These records are so untouchable, it's hard to see how anyone will ever break them. But beyond all the stats and numbers, the NFL is really about the human stories. Stories of incredible triumph, and sometimes just absolutely crushing heartbreak. Just look at the Buffalo Bills in the early 90s. This team was a powerhouse. They made it to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. An incredible achievement. The heartbreaking part? They lost. Every single time. It's this unbelievable record of both amazing consistency and just unimaginable disappointment. So, from the very top of the league, let's go to the very, very bottom of the NFL draft, to the player who gets the tongue-in-cheek title, Mr. Irrelevant. It's the name they give to the last guy picked, and for most of them, that's pretty much where their pro football dreams end, but not always. And this is just the ultimate underdog story. In 2022, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant himself, was forced into the starting lineup due to injuries. And he was amazing. He led the San Francisco 49ers deep into the playoffs. It's the perfect story to remind us that being picked last doesn't mean you can't come out on top. So you take all this history, all this drama, all this incredible action, and you put it all together. What do you get? You get the absolute monster of a sports league that the NFL is today. Over 105,000. That's how many fans were packed into one stadium for one single regular season game. Back in 2009, that's not just a crowd, that's the population of a decent-sized city, all there to watch one game of football. And with those kinds of crowds, you know what comes next. Money. Lots of it. The NFL isn't just a sport, it's a financial machine. With revenue over $18 billion a year, it just completely dwarfs the other major sports leagues in America. It is, simply, a juggernaut. So from the Steagles to Mr. Irrelevant becoming a star, the NFL's history is just packed with these unbelievable moments. It really makes you wonder, in a league that's already seen everything, what on earth could possibly happen next?